kind of don't count your losses that way. You don't count your losses that way. Well, they're all different situations and different circumstances, but I've had harder than that.
Wayne, you went straight out to Ben Hunt and lifted him up off the ground. Did you say anything to him, or can you say that?
Mate, what happened on the ground is between me and Ben. I don't want to talk about that.
Justin, how shut you?
I'm alright, mate. I couldn't ask for, like I said to my boys, they're probably the best bunch of men I played football with. We didn't get the result, mate, but yeah, my dream was to get back here. I got back here. All thanks to my mates, and that's all I could ask for, mate. Couldn't be happy with it.
Wayne, you must have been proud of their defence and all.
Yeah, well, I'm pleased you want to talk about the game a bit, guys, because the bottom line is this was an absolutely outstanding game of football. And to have that, you've got to have two teams, and the game's designed for you to lose. Someone's got to lose. 16 all. I'd have been happy to come back here next week. So, at the end of the day, we got beaten on a field goal. So, do we feel beaten? No, we don't. Feel disappointed? Yes, we do. You need to recognise that, guys. It's not about winning and losing all the time.
Justin, is the fact that JT, the fairy tale that he had, is that helping you be part of just one of the great grand finals of all time?
Look, I'm happy for JT. He got what he wanted. Like Wayne said, there's a winner, there's a loser, mate. And, sometimes in games you need a bit of luck, and they got a bit of luck on that last play. But we're not going to sit here and whinge, mate. Like I said, my boys gave everything. That's all I could ask from it. At the end of the night, we beat ourselves, and like I said, I couldn't be proud of them.
Wayne, do you think it'll be remembered that way as one of the great grand finals?
Oh, it's up to you. You can remember how you want it. No, I'm going to remember it.
But do you feel it was?
Well, I just said it. Didn't I just talk elaborately about the game, what the quality of the game was? That's my point of view.
What did you like most about it?
Just the contest. The way it ebbed and flowed all up and down the ground all night, and both teams gave everything they had.
Wayne, do you feel as though golden point is an unsatisfactory way to end the contest like that or end the season?
Yeah, well, I've never been a fan of golden point. There was a reason why golden point was introduced, because we had a drawn game in a state of origin, and it's a lottery. At the end of the day, it gets down to a lottery, and it's just unfair, and everybody was most unfair here tonight. So I would have been happy to come back next week and play. And I still don't see what's wrong with the draw. So I don't see the season has to change anything. If the game lived for 100 years, we didn't have golden point. Still have a great game. So.
Would you have been happy with the elbow if you just go to extra time?
Yeah, we could have. No, I'd be happy to come back next week. That's what a draw. You're talking about a grand final. You're talking about everything's on the line. It's not the way that personally I want it decided as a coach or as a player.
Does it make you bitter that you lost in those circumstances?
No, I'm not bitter. Do I sound bitter and twisted? No, I'm not. The bottom line was, we had a wonderful, wonderful grand final here tonight. It takes two teams to do that. We were the other team. I know the glory goes to the winners, and that's fine. I'm happy with that. But these guys were absolutely outstanding. And they've had an outstanding season.
Justin, do you feel like you played a bit too safe towards the end? I mean, there's a lot of times that have been up you could have played more attack.
No, mate.
Well, Joe, the speed of that game was up there with that semi-final a couple of weeks ago. It was very intense with the pace play.
Yeah, look, there's always going to do that. Both sides don't believe in the wrestle. It was a very fast game, mate. In those games, you don't get time to think. It's all muscle memory. You just got to react at the time. And it was up there with that semi-final, the first semi-final, the speed of the game, and it was well played by both sides.
Wayne, would you say the performance from your side tonight would be as brave as you coached?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just absolute. They've been brave all season, and they've earned the right to be here tonight, and they were as good as the Cowboys here tonight. The Cowboys weren't better than us tonight. It was just a great game of football, and end result at full time was 16 all, and it was decided on Golden Point. But I'm extremely proud of what they've done. And it's for a fairy tale. Justin wasn't looking for a fairy tale. He wanted to be in the grand final today, and he's had a fairy tale. He's finishing his career on his terms and on the best night of the year, the grand final. So you don't have to win. His team couldn't have done any more for him.
How's the duty yet, Justin, but it's all over now?
You tipped me, mate. I'm glad it's over. Don't have to sit here no more. I can have public holidays.
Justin, just watching it, you guys have a great legacy to the team, mate. Obviously, getting with the same teams and all the young players as well. By the way that you approach the game.
Mate, that's all I can ask for as a leader. When you play for the Broncos, you put everything in. There's so many great players that have come before us. They put their body on the line, and like I said, mate, we didn't get the result that we wanted, but in my eyes, it was never about winning the grand final. It was about getting here. If it happened, it happened. But I couldn't be proud of my boys. Like I said, I love them dearly. And look, it's hard for them. For me, I'm fine. For my boys, they're feeling it hard, but but they're only going to learn from it, mate. They're only a good young side, and they'll bounce back.
Did that effort tonight also show how far they've come this year for the squad?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're in our first year back there myself as a coach and with the other coaches, and we just think there's a lot of upside yet. As the great clubs have continuity of coaches and continuity of staff, and so we're in our first year. So we're optimistic that we won't always finish up here every season, but I mean you'll build something that we built there in the past, and we can build it again in the future. So that's we're probably a bit ahead of ourselves being here tonight. No one thought we'd be here tonight, even ourselves. So I'm looking forward to that part of it.
Justin, what were the emotions going into Golden Point in that fashion that kicked in the post?
What was that, mate?
What were the emotions going into Golden Point in that kick in the post?
I think, to be honest, I think we were probably gone. I thought we were gone when the winger scored in the corner. But those things happen, mate. I'm just worried. That Benny Hunt thought he cost us the game. Without Benny Hunt, we wouldn't be here today. He's been our rock all year, mate. So I don't blame anyone, mate. The emotion. What happens, it happens. But like I said, I'm proud of my lads.
Are you guys going to have to rally around Ben Hunt, do you think?
Nah, it's not Ben Hunt's fault. Like I said, without Ben Hunt, we wouldn't be here.
A lot more people in worse states than Ben Hunt are.
Justin, obviously, Jack talked before the game was that Giants first, and you think it was going to probably see where he wanted to lead the Cowboys to the premiership, and sort of proving his status as possibly the greatest water player tonight.
Look, I think he's proven that time and time again. I think his legacy is, in my eyes, one of the greatest players ever played our game. He's up there with the greats. And like I said, I'm happy for Thursday. He's led aside that, and the whole of Townsville on his back. But not just him, mate. He's had other great players around him that got him to where they are. But like I said, I couldn't be happy for him, mate.
Just want to make one point. I'm not dirty on. I'm not. I'm pleased for the Cowboys. I have no problems there. My point I'm making about the Golden Point was I've said it since it was introduced well over a decade ago now. It hasn't changed. Tonight, to me, even highlighted even more how disadvantageous it is. That was my issue tonight. I have no other issue about the way the game was played, the Cowboys' success, whatever.